Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260s dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
The athletes has always been here, and they're getting better. I'm watching, Summit City Sports, man, they're doing an awesome job. And, that's a plug. Them dudes are doing an outstanding job. And I'm able to be in Nashville and watch games on YouTube that they're broadcasting, and I'm seeing the talent. And it is just truly outstanding. And, you guys have seen the talent that's in the NFL now from Fort Wayne, Indiana, the talent that's coming up now, and the talent that, is just here, man. It's really cool.
I started playing football when I was 4 years old in the Cub Football League at Leo. My freshman year of high school, I really started to notice that there was something different about how I played compared to what some other people were playing like. So then I started to develop more. I started to see the results, and then being able to go to Iowa was a big opportunity for me. Being able to train here at PSM has really given me an edge over my competitors. Working on my speed, and that's the name of the game nowadays, is who's the fastest guy on the field. Being able to put my body in different positions to allow me to be in the best position during the game. It's so important to not take those days off and just get into a place like PSM where they have flexible hours, and it's good for college athletes to come in and just train.
Anderson Heating and Air, locally owned and operated with over 50 years of experience. Call us today and get a free quote on a brand new furnace and AC, financed and available. Don't wait. Call us today and sign up for a maintenance agreement and stay cool. Our maintenance agreements will ensure that you're first in line if you have an emergency, and we'll send one of our service techs out for cleanings twice a year. Call us at 557-0958 or request an appointment on our website. Call Anderson Heating and Air, where your emergency is our emergency.
Developed for athletes of all sports, PSM's Edge training program is a personalized, high-intensity experience designed to help you outperform the competition. Whether you're looking to enhance your speed, strength, power, agility, or overall fitness, our expert training staff will build a program that adapts to your schedule while maximizing your overall performance. Now accepting athletes 12 years old and up. Get started today. Schedule your free evaluation at psmsports.com/edge. Developed for athletes of all sports, PSM's Edge training program is a personalized, high-intensity experience designed to help you outperform the competition. Whether you're looking to enhance your speed, strength, power, agility, or overall fitness, our expert training staff will build a program that adapts to your schedule while maximizing your overall performance. Now accepting athletes 12 years old and up. Get started today. Schedule your free evaluation at psmsports.com/edge.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays. And while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions, together we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
Let her cook, let me cook. Never gave it, I ain't never gave no. Fell out with them, we ain't never making up. Back for everything I ever lost, I'm on the mission. We turned the whole house into a booth, we in the kitchen. Let her cook, big low come through frying. Hey, let her cook, okay. Too much cake out bow, oh God. Let her cook, all this sauce I'm trying.
The future is what you make it, so make it matter. At the University of St. Francis, we'll help you build a purposeful life, one based on your interests, goals, and desire to make the world a better place. Learning is personal here. You'll be known by name, supported by experts, and connected to professional opportunities. Our Catholic values will inspire you to use your education for the greater good by serving and leading others. Remember, the future is what you make it. Build a life of meaning and purpose at St. Francis. You belong here.
Tired of waiting for a doctor's referral to start physical therapy? At Indiana Physical Therapy, you don't need a prescription. You have the power to choose where you go for expert care. Our experienced therapists will help you get back to doing what you love. With over 19 locations, getting the care you need has never been easier. Take the first step towards a healthier, more active lifestyle. Visit IndianaPT.com to schedule your appointment today.
Indiana Physical Therapy, where people go to get better.
Here, every athlete is one of one. Every day is an opportunity to improve, to become faster, stronger, healthier. That's our commitment. With elite training and expert care, we transform athletes by pushing through challenges and sharing every victory. PSN, you've got goals. We help you get there. Learn more at psmsports.com.
On a fall-like evening in Northeast Indiana, we welcome you to the home of the Braves. Mark Davidson Court here on the campus of Blackhawk Christian for tonight. One of the more interesting matchups early on in week number 3 of girls volleyball, and two teams trying to make a little bit of noise, flying under the radar, but certainly have a lot to prove as the Blackhawk Christian Braves play host to the Norwell Knights. And good evening, everybody. Joe Northern, delighted to have you with us. We think we have an interesting matchup on paper because of really the progress of what we've seen for these two teams early on in 2025. Let's start with the Norwell Knights, trying to go 3 seasons in a row, winning more than 20 games a season, but have always had some trouble with some rivals at the end of the year, whether it be Belmont previously in Class 3 and Heritage at the end of Class 4. But a lot of great seniors leading the way for coach Kayla Hunter and the Norwell Knights, already going 2-1 on the regular season. Lone loss was on Thursday night against, again, the Heritage Patriots, currently ranked number 19 in the state of Indiana. And again, a very good Heritage team that has a very good Norwell team, we should say, that has some great attackers up front, led by Macy Salfrank. She's averaging 3.5 kills per set. Hope Mitchell and Vanessa Rossworm also right not too far behind them with 1.9 kills per set. Heading percentage also great. And for Salfrank coming in at .217, Izzy Anderson coming up the middle at .179. So really you're going to see the lineup kind of revolve around those 3 players for the most part in Salfrank, Mitchell, and Rossworm. However, again, Emma Vachon, Autumn Lee, 2 important seniors, really good on defense to try to bring the rallies back up for the Knights this evening. So something to keep in mind for Norwell as we progress here on this evening. And again, they're taking on a Blackhawk Christian team, which, again, just 3 seasons ago, Class 1A champions at the IHSAA level, won it in 2016 as well. But the move up to 2A was not kind to the Braves. In fact, going 10-23 last season. But in speaking with Coach Katie Coffin, she believes that she has a lot of great players in store for her 2025 campaign. And while she says the seniors are wanting to leave a legacy, right now it has been the underclassmen that has made the most noise for Blackhawk Christian. Ellie Crease is leading the way with 2.3 kills per set. CC Sefton, the freshman outside hitter, coming in at 2.1 kills. And Jalen Pickett coming in at 1.1. And the accuracy again coming in for Ellie Crease. Again, this junior middle hitter wearing number 6, leading in kills percent, leading in hitting percentage across the board. But in blocks, it's the sophomore, and Jalen Pickett leading with 9 total blocks currently on the season. But the seniors do have a place when it comes to aces and in digs per set. Lily Stanglin leading the charge right now in that libero spot at 3.4 digs per set. CC Sefton averaging just under a set a game in the meantime. And Stranglin, again, really doing a great job trying to command the defensive front forward for this Blackhawk Christian team. And this is a Blackhawk team that has started off after dropping their first match of the season, a 5-setter, to still currently undefeated Garrett at 4-0. Have rattled off 3 wins in a row against Bluffton, Wayne, Fremont. So currently in the midst of a 3-game winning streak. Could they find a way to maybe stretch that a little bit further into not only the end of August, but potentially into the beginning of September, as the schedule could prove out to be quite favorable for the Braves to make a little bit of noise. But also, too, when you look a little bit further down the road, what October holds for these two teams, quite simply, rivals and loaded sectionals for the Knights. Again, in Class 3A, they'll have to try to get past, again, the Heritage Patriots. But that's another time to talk about in October. For Blackhawk Christian, they are in one of the more loaded districts in sectionals in Class 2, not only having the Woodland Warriors, but also having Adams Central, also having South Adams, mind you. So really having tried to fend off a good chunk of Adams County if they want to play further into October. But that is a conversation we'll save on an actual fall day coming up in the month of October. For now, both of these two teams, what a ride off the great progress they've made thus far. Their only losses of the year came in 5 sets, as we'll get you ready for Norwell and Blackhawk Christian coming up in just a moment. And tonight's game on Summit City Sports is brought to you by the following, including Big Eyed Fish. They've been around the Northeast Indiana area for generations. 4 locations best to serve you in a family-friendly environment. Not to mention the best fish in town, too, only at the Big Eyed Fish. By Tom Steele Tire, 2 locations serving the Fort Wayne area for over 40 years off North Clinton and West Jefferson. Tom Steele Tire here for your tire and other automotive needs. Ottenweller Contracting, from bid to build, Ottenweller Contracting provides you peace of mind throughout the entire process. Visit them online at OttenwellerContracting.com. By Summit Volleyball, training and building the highest quality volleyball players from ages 5 to 18. Jump on board. Together, we can reach the summit. By Jolly Law Firm, the area's premier criminal defense firm. Whether you're facing an OWI or any other accusation, Jolly Law Firm specializes in helping their clients defend the accused from the government. Visit them online at jollylawfirm.com. By Siaka Cleaning and Restoration, the leaders in water damage restoration, janitorial, and other cleansing services. Visit them online at siakas.com. Online degree programs at the University of St. Francis are designed for your convenience, and degree programs can be completed in as little as 12 months. Visit them online right now at online.sf.edu. By TJW Industrial, the leaders in design, build, mechanical, and refrigeration. Visit them online at tjwindustrial.com. By the 12,000 Hoosier men and women that make up the Labor's District Council and affiliated local unions that help build Indiana, we are LiUNA. You can earn your edge this season right now thanks to Parkview Sports Medicine's Edge Training Program, designed to help build and maximize your athletic efficiency and ability. You can schedule a free consultation right now at parkviewsportsmedicine.com/edge. And, of course, brought to you by the fine folks at Summit City Sports. You can like us on Facebook, search Summit City Sports. Be sure to follow us on X at 260, that's a 0, not an O, 260 Sports. And be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Kicking off yet another busy week here in the 260, first of 3 for volleyball this week for you, and we think we've got a great one coming up for you in just a moment. It's Norwell, it's Blackhawk Christian. We'll have your first serve and opening lineups when you return.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
The athletes has always been here, and they're getting better. I'm watching, Summit City Sports, man, they're doing an awesome job. And, that's a plug. Them dudes are doing an outstanding job. And I'm able to be in Nashville and watch games on YouTube that they're broadcasting, and I'm seeing the talent. And it is just truly outstanding. And, you guys have seen the talent that's in the NFL now from Fort Wayne, Indiana, the talent that's coming up now, and the talent that, is just here, man. It's really cool.
started playing football when I was 4 years old in the Club Football League at Leo. My freshman year of high school, I really started to notice that there was something different about how I played compared to what some other people were playing like. So then I started to develop more. I started to see the results, and then being able to go to Iowa was a big opportunity for me. Being able to train here at PSM has really given me an edge over my competitors. Working on my speed, that's the name of the game nowadays, is who's the fastest guy on the field. Being able to put my body in different positions to allow me to be in the best position during the game. It's so important to not take those days off and just get into a place like PSM where they have flexible hours, and it's good for college athletes to come in and just train.
Anderson Heating and Air, locally owned and operated with over 50 years of experience. Call us today and get a free quote on a brand new furnace and AC, financed and available. Don't wait. Call us today and sign up for a maintenance agreement and stay cool. Our maintenance agreements will ensure that you're first in line if you have an emergency, and we'll send one of our service techs out for cleanings twice a year. Call us at 557-0958 or request an appointment on our website. Call Anderson Heating and Air, where your emergency is our emergency.
Developed for athletes of all sports, PSM's Edge training program is a personalized, high-intensity experience designed to help you outperform the competition. Whether you're looking to enhance your speed, strength, power, agility, or overall fitness, our expert training staff will build a program that adapts to your schedule while maximizing your overall performance. Now accepting athletes 12 years old and up. Get started today. Schedule your free evaluation at psmsports.com/edge. Developed for athletes of all sports, PSM's Edge training program is a personalized, high-intensity experience designed to help you outperform the competition. Whether you're looking to enhance your speed, strength, power, agility, or overall fitness, our expert training staff will build a program that adapts to your schedule while maximizing your overall performance. Now accepting athletes 12 years old and up. Get started today. Schedule your free evaluation at psmsports.com/edge.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays, and while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions, together we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
Let her cook, let me cook. Never gave it, I ain't never gave no. Fell out with them, we ain't never making up. Back for everything I ever lost, I'm on the mission. We turned the whole house into a booth, we in the kitchen. Let her cook, big low come through frying. Hey, let her cook, okay. Too much cake out bow, oh God. Let her cook, all this sauce I'm trying.
The future is what you make it, so make it matter. At the University of St. Francis, we'll help you build a purposeful life, one based on your interests, goals, and desire to make the world a better place. Learning is personal here. You'll be known by name, supported by experts, and connected to professional opportunities. Our Catholic values will inspire you to use your education for the greater good by serving and leading others. Remember, the future is what you make it. Build a life of meaning and purpose at St. Francis. You belong here.
Well, the lineups have been introduced and we are set to go. Joe Northern, Jacob Havlin, great to have you with us here on an all-important Monday night. First of 3 matches for you this week here on SummitCitySports.com. Again, Blackhawk Christian coming in on a 3-game winning streak. Only loss of the season coming to a very good Garrett squad at 3-0 to start their 2025 campaign. Meanwhile, Norwell 2-1 on the season. Their only loss also a 5-set thriller against the Heritage Patriots. But can Blackhawk Christian find a way to get the job done tonight They continue their winning streak up to 4. Starting rotations look a little bit like this. For Blackhawk Christian, they're going to be in the white uniforms and the blue arm sleeves. Norwell in the navy blue uniforms with crescenting white on the sleeves and old gold numbers. Blackhawk Christian with the yellow numbers. And for Blackhawk Christian, the lineup looks like this. Number 6, Ellie Crease. Number 7, Kaylee Schambach. Number 9, Mila Sommer. You got number 13, Cami Wood. Number 14, Cece Steffen. And of course, we say that is Ellie Crease coming out. Now you have number 4, Lily Stangland entering the rotation, and number 12, Jalen Pickett for Blackhawk Christian. Meanwhile, for the Norwell Knights, the lineup looks a little bit like this. Number 1, Emma Vachon. Number 3, Macy Salfrank. Number 5, Autumn Lee. Number 7, Auburn Keller. Number 8, Izzy Anderson. And number 14, and Vanessa Rossworm. We're just ready to get this underway. Glad you're with us here tonight. And a booming serve across goes back up to the Knights as Rossworm brings that over in time. Now another chance, high and over from Steffen. A little run into the net is going to be at the disadvantage for the Knights. Or for Blackhawk Christian, we should say. So Norwell strikes first, 1-0. Another chance upcoming now for Brandenberger. Brandenberger gets this one across. Lobs it over, gets back over to Wood. Wood tips it down over to Steffen. Steffen again. Rossworm again on the control. Back up side, they go to Steffen. Steffen hits it inside and in. A great attack on the inner core thanks to Cece Steffen. We take a look at that again, powered by Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning as she grazes the bottom right corner and in time. So even at 1, brought across by Wood. Another chance, blocked up front, got it. She found a way to get close to the bottom line and made it happen. Mila Sommer getting on the board. 2-1, 2-1, Lady Braves. A great crowd continuing to file in here tonight. Mark Davidson Court. Received by Salfrank, brought up inside and out of play. Izzy Anderson couldn't find the angle, and Blackhawk Christian already on a quick 3-0 run to start set number 1. And the rally continuing thanks to the freshman outside hitter and Cami Wood. Nearly picked up an ace in the interim. Blocked again! Back-to-back blocks on the board for Summer. And make it 4-1 advantage of the Lady Braves. They'll continue to push it over again. Wood now 5th serve in a row. Gets this one across. Lopped back into Norwell territory. They go up front. That stops the run for the moment. A great swing coming in from number 8 in Anderson. And that'll stop the 4-0 affair to trim the lead back down to 2. One more look at that, powered by Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning. As you can see, the great swing across up the middle, or up front we should say, and finding the corners. It seems as if the game is going to be won tonight in those corners. Brought up again, opposite side. They get this out to Steffen. Steffen down low. Lobs it up, opposite end. A sneak attack lift, and it works again for number 9. Mila Sommer out of the 5 points has already got credit for 3 kills on the board for Lady Braves and is certainly continuing to make some noise. 5-2 the advantage. This time brought across from Stangland. Another high serve and out of play. Swung wide again by Anderson. So the rally starting to continue again for Blackhawk Christian. Scoring 4 out of the last 5 on the board. But don't say that to Macy Salfrank, who gets a quick strike up the middle. As Salfrank answers right back with a quick one of her own. Now again brought a crossover for Lee. Lee again gets this over. Swung down, a little miscommunication off the hands of Crease. And the lead back to 2. Take a look again at that previous swing by Saul Frank to shut it down, powered by Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning. Gets that quickly across and in time. Now another pitch up front. Gets this down to Crease, down and in. A double hit gonna go against Norwell. Make it now 7-4. They lob it back to Stefan. Stefan again. Gets it over. And how about an ace for number 14? And the freshman in CC Stefan getting a quick ace on the board to get the lead back up 2-4. Their largest lead of the night thus far. The Braves, they were playing quick here this evening, so they let that sail out of play. Take a look again at that previous ace again from Stefan. And you can see was able to get the deflection off the hands of Autumn Lee. And the side out going against. 9-5. Lady Braves with the advantage, still trying to keep that advantage. The Norwell again, team that's started the season off strong, 2-0, but lost to Heritage at the conclusion of Thursday night's activities. Another swing down. They go to the back row and the deflection. Ellie Crease on the answer to make it now 10-5. And substitutions coming in. Cammie Wood returning to action as Lily Summer going to take a seat. Mila Summer now ready to bring it back over. Summer across, dug up by Lee. Deflected out of play. It is the third ace tonight for Blackhawk Christian to make the lead now 11-5. And the Braves are rolling. Make it again another ace on the board. 12-5, and Norwell wants to stop and think it over. We'll step aside. 12-5.
For watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We produce weekly highlights and live video broadcast. When the Homestead girls golf team won its first state title in program history, we were there. When Fort Wayne brought back 3 state titles in cross country, we were there. We believe in sharing positive stories and setting the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays. And while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions, together we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
Back with you as Blackhawk Christian, currently on a quick roll here in set number 1, but Norwell trying to fight their way back as they now trail by 5, 14-9. Joe Northern, Jacob Havlin. Apologies for the technical blip. Internet went out on both of our connections, but we believe we have the problem rectified, and back with you as it stands. floats again. Another point on the board for Norwell to make it 14-10. That one sailed and dug in time. They go back to the hands of Steffen. Steffen again across, tipped down, and gets it off the deflection. Great deflection connection. Gets it back on the board for Blackhawk Christian as they lead by 5. Joe Northern's delighted to have you with us. Back with you again after the minor hiccup in the middle, but good to go again once more. And another chance up coming for Cammie Wood. Wood again, lobs this over. Gets it across from Vachon. Vachon down dug again once more from Kinnison. Kinnison again gets this over, finds Steffen. Or Sefton, I beg your pardon. Sefton. Dug up by Stenglin. They go to Wood. Wood to the back row, connecting with Salfrank. A big swing down inside. All the way to the back row and back on the board for Norwell. They've done a great job of at least answering back on what has been a nearly commanding attack against Blackhawk Christian to start this match, but again, only trailing by 4 at the moment. Here's Brea Reinhardt again to bring it across. Reinhardt only one of 4 juniors on the squad for Coach Kayla Hunter and company this season. This one again tipped over. Run down by Salfrank, answers it up front. Macy Salfrank going off the tip and in. And Norwell now back within 3. Again up front to Lee. They go to the left side, got it to go. Izzy Anderson on the answer back. Don't look now, Norwell on a quick 3-0 run to start in the middle of set number 1. And it's 15-13 advantage of Blackhawk, but Norwell trying to knock on the door. Back in a moment.
Game day, the moment athletes live for. The intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays. And while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions together, we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
Brea Reinhardt again to bring it across. The Knights now have cut the deficit down to 2. Blackhawk Christian trying to find a way back to maintain the lead. Swing across again from Salfrank. Back row goes to Stanglin. Stanglin again goes to Steffen. Into the net. And the Knights have come all the way back to bring it back within 1. On a quick charge up front by the Norwell Knights. And again, great serving coming in from Reinhardt to keep the streak going. That one floats out of play. A misconnection off the hands of Pickett. And we are even at 15, and the Knights run now extended to 5 in a row. 15-10. Another tip up on the opposite side. They go back down to Pickett. Make it 6 in a row. And off the tip up front again from Anderson. Take a look again one more time. Anderson was able to find the attack she needed on the tip. And just like that, Norwell with their first lead of the night so far. Their first lead since 1-0. And a net violation going to go against Blackhawk. Make it now 7 in a row. An advantage for Norwell. And Brea Reinhardt again to get it across. Reinhardt Right to left on your screen. Gets this up and over to Stefton. Set back to find Lee. Lee again on the swing turn. Saved by Saul Frank. And a big swing by Saul Frank. And all of a sudden, the Knights have come storming back and have now rattled off 8 consecutive points. And it's all been thanks to the hands of Bria Reinhardt right now, leading the attack. Make it 9! 9 off the ace. And another look at that again. Just right up to the front row. Nowhere to run to and nowhere to hide. How about 10? The deflection off the hands, this time of Crease. Or I beg your pardon, in Kinnison. And Blackhawk Christian wants to take a timeout. Well, in case you're just joining us, Norwell is down by as many as 5 points early on in set number 1, but now the script has appeared to be flipped between these two teams. Again, now it's a 20-15 advantage. An advantage of Norwell rattling off not 1, not 2, but 10 in a row, completely flipping the script here in this match so far. Joe Northern, Jacob Havlin, delighted to have you with us. We've got more volleyball coming up for you later this week here on the network, as we do have Angola and Snyder. Our first look at the Panthers coming up tomorrow night. Will be estimated for about a 6:30 p.m. start time. And then Thursday night, it'll be South Adams and Belmont. Great battle down in Decatur. Jake will have that call for you coming up on Thursday. 20-15 the advantage. Bria Reinhardt again to bring it over. Reinhardt again across. Lobs it over. Gets back over to Kinnison. Kinnison again. Gets this over in time. Now another chance up front. Sets back over to Mitchell. Mitchell again, chasing. Tip down. Got it. And that stops the run for the Knights after rattling off 10 in a row as Cece Sefton, the freshman, shuts it down to cut it down to a 4-point lead. The Lady Braves going to have some work to do here. Back to the back row, again to Reinhardt. Off the tip, got it. Saul Frank shutting it down and forcing the deflection off the hands of Sommer to make it a 5-point game, 21-16. Lee gets it across. Gets this back over to Crease. Crease tipped over, down, got it. Isabella Swineford on the answer back to make it 22-16. And the Knights continuing to lead the charge. Dug up again. He finds Sommer. Gets this one down and inside. Ellie Crease to answer back. Make it 22-17. An advantage of Norwell. The Lady Braves again trying to battle back into this one. They started off on a quick run of their own in the match. Can they continue to find a way to go on a deep run late here in this one? Swing goes wide off the hands of Sefton. And a 6-point lead again back for Norwell. So another wide swing. We see Auburn Keller, another defensive specialist, to bring it over. Keller across. Dug up by Stenglund. Tipped over the opposite side. Now another chance. Swung, blocked up front. Ellie Crease on the quick block. And that trims the lead back down to 5. Take a look again at the block, as Crease was able to find a way to get up front and say, not today. Now another chance. And dunked down and over by Saul Frank again. As Saul Frank's done a great job of at least trying to find the lower lines and get the quick tips up front to really try to throw Blackhawk Christian in a scurry as it's set point. Swung across by Saul Frank. This one down to Wood. Bobbed up by Swineford. Now Salfrank again, a bounce off the top and on the board. And that is how set number one will come to a close.
As a reminder, we do have concessions available.
So just like that, it is Norwell battling back early on in set, middle on we should say, in set number one as they lead it and win set number one, we should say, 25-18. We'll be back with the second coming up in just a moment. This is high school girls volleyball on SummitCitySports.com.
Thanks for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We produce weekly highlights and live video broadcasts. When the Homestead girls golf team won its first state title in program history, we were there. When Fort Wayne brought back 3 state titles in cross country, we were there. We believe in sharing positive stories and setting the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays. And while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions, together we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
Well, you see the Norwell Knights leading 1-0. Blackhawk Christian quickly talking it over here in this one. As we want to let you know, tonight's game on Summit City Sports is brought to you by the Big Eyed Fish. You can enjoy the best fish in Fort Wayne in a family-friendly environment only at the Big Eyed Fish. By Tom Steele Tire, with 2 locations best to serve you in Fort Wayne and servicing the Fort Wayne area for over 40 years. Tom Steele Tire. By Ottenweller Contracting, from bid to build, Ottenweller Contracting provides peace of mind throughout the entire process. Visit OttenwellerContracting.com. By Summit Volleyball, training and building the highest quality volleyball players from ages 5 to 18. Jump on board. Together we can reach the summit. By Jolly Law Firm, the area's best defense and premier criminal defense firm. Whether you're facing an OWI or any other accusation, Jolly Law Firm helps defend the accused from the government. By Siaka Cleaning and Restoration, the leaders in janitorial, water damage, and restoration services. Visit them online at siakas.com. And by online degree programs at the University of St. Francis. Where online degree programs can be completed in as little as 12 months. Visit online.sf.edu. By the leaders in design, build, mechanical, and refrigeration, TJW Industrial. Visit them online at tjwindustrial.com. By the 12,000 Hoosier men and women with the Labor's District Councils and affiliated local unions, we are LIUNA. You can earn your edge this season by visiting parkviewsportsmedicine.com/edge for their EDGE training program. It maximizes your athleticism. Again, parkviewsportsmedicine.com/edge. And brought to you by Summit City Sports. Be sure to follow us on X at 260 Sports. And O is a 0. Like us on Facebook at Summit City Sports. And be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Well, it was a quick start for Blackhawk Christian, but Norwell stormed all the way back and now had a 7-point advantage in set number 2. Can they continue to ride the momentum, or will we see a rally back in front for Blackhawk Christian? We'll find out. Joe Northern, Jacob Haviland, great to have you with us. As that's swung across again by the Knights. Block up front and on the board for Izzy Anderson. So just as similar as it was in the first. Anderson striking with a quick point to start off set number 1. Swing across from Vashon. Now another chance. They go down to Sefton. Sefton again, lobbed over, dunked down, got it. Jalen Pickett able to get it with the jump block to even it at 1 apiece. Take a look at that again once more, powered by Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning. So you can see Watson again, able to get it up front and in time. Brought over now from Wood. Wood on the chase. Swings this up. Tipped. Got it. Norwell has done a great job of at least having some commanding swings up front. Something that Blackhawk Christian has been trying to defend as well as they can. But again, too fast, too strong has really been kind of what we've seen from the Knights here this evening. As they lead it 2-1, and a big part of that is Bria Reinhardt, who was a major part of that 10-0 run midway through the first. That nearly helped all but seal it for Norwell. Chance again, swung, tip, got it. Hope Mitchell answering on her right side. And the lead back to 3, or back to 2, we should say. 3-1, Knights in the advantage. And again, Reinhardt rattling off 10 in a row in set number 1. Can she do it again? Dug up by Bashan. Now another chance. They go to Anderson. Blocked again at the net. Still kept live. Sneak tip, but a double hit's going to be called against number 1 at Emma Bashan. So Blackhawk Christian will get a break on that one and an opportunity to even it at 3. Swung over again. Down. And a net violation going to go against Blackhawk Christian. Ellie Crease is going to get the credit for that one. And 4-2 now, advantage of the Knights. And the Knights, again, really starting to find their edge. Midway and late through set number 1. Have certainly continued it here in set number 2. Of course, we say that. And another swing across coming back for Blackhawk Christian. Make it 4-3. Lobbed high on the opposite side. They go to Reinhardt. Reinhardt again lobbed over to Salfrank. Salfrank again on the chase. Tipped. Blocked again up front. Sets back over to Bashan. Swung high. Dug. Tipped. Not in time. Stenglein was trying to get a hand on it, but could not get it to go. And another commanding swing from the right side for Norwell, as the Knights lead it by 2, 5-3. Auburn Keller to bring it over now. Keller across. Dug up by Stenglein. Lobbed over opposite side. Goes back over to Sommer. Tipped. Brought down. Low. Got it. A great swing down low again. This time off Bashan. Made 6-3. Brought over again by Keller. They go up front to find Schumbach. Now back to Bashan. Swung up by Swineford. Back row they go. Stenglein gets it back to Schumbach. Bashan, sneak tip. That's the one she was looking for. 7-3 advantage of the Knights. As they are just trying to continue to find a way to pull ahead continuously in this match. Swung across opposite side. They go back to Schumbach. That is out of play. And Norwell now in the midst of a 4-0 run. And Coach Katie Kaufman wants to stop and think it over. Don't forget other action coming up for you later this week here on Summit City Sports, including some soccer action live right now on the boys' side, Northside and Northrop. In action at Spooler Stadium, and Bishop Dwenger hosting DeKalb. That one just getting underway. Eli Lawrence is with you at Northrop, and Thad Goff is with you at Bishop Dwenger at Shields Field. And then tomorrow night, they'll be back with you for boys and girls soccer on the boys' side. Concordia taking on Homestead, and Northrop at Concordia. Those slated for 7 p.m. start times right here tomorrow on the network. Of course, we'll be at Snyder for the Hornets visit down to visit the Panthers coming up on tomorrow night. It's hard to say the 26th when this month has just continued to fly by so quickly. They're an Angola team currently 3-0 on the season, getting some important wins this season. One over Bishop Dwenger last Wednesday night. So they've got a tough stretch of matches, and it begins with the Panthers starting tomorrow. So we'll have that for you right here on Summit City Sports. Swing goes wide off the hands of Keller, and a chance now back for Norwell to bring it over. 8-4. Here's Sommer. Sommer opposite side. Lobbed up by Vachon. That is down low and in. Macy Salfrank again just continuing to command the swings over and over and over again. And the lead back to 5 for the Knights. So they've done a great job of just continuing to try to shut down any opposition at any opportunity. This one goes up to the net. Brought over by Schambach. They go back up into Knight Country. Swung across. Rossworm gets the dig. Tipped down this time from Swineford. Braves get this one over. Nearly went into the back of the net, the basketball net, we should say. Block again by Swineford. This time they go to Wood. Wood dug up by Salfrank, still kept live. Now another chance, tip, and out of play. So a long sequence of events on that one, roughly 35, 40 seconds. But ultimately it's a side out that benefits the Lady Braves, make it 9-5. And we'll have some substitutions coming in and out. Actually, wait, they're going to rule that there was maybe a tip against. Actually, they rule it a tip against Blackhawk Christian. So the rally continuing for Norwell. So an error mistake from our vantage point. It looked as if maybe there might have been a hand on it, but maybe just kind of getting over the fingertips. But a late net violation brought the point back for Norwell. And all of a sudden now up by 7. Lobbed back by Stenglin. Stenglin across. Gets this over to Vachon. Tip, scores. Emma Vachon is just continuing to really light it up on those tips, especially at the front of the net this evening. And has been really an instrumental force on how Norwell has continued to light it up. Now with an 8-point advantage, their largest lead of the night. And another ace on the board, back again for the Knights, 13-4. And again, Macy Salfrank has just continued to lead the charge with the swings up front. And now with the commanding serves. How about another ace for Salfrank? Salfrank answering the call rather quickly. And just like that, it is 14-4. And the Knights on a roll. Take a look again of the previous ace, brought to you by Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning. Again, just finding a way to graze across to the back right side and making the lead 14-4 here in set number 1. We'll step aside. Norwell on a roll here at Blackhawk Christian.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays. And while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions, together we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
The Knights just continuing to be on a roll here in this matchup. And in the midst of yet another 10-0 run, or we should say 10-1 run here in this one. Bobbled up, they go to Wood. Wood again, back row. Finds Vachon, tipped up. And gonna rule it yet another net violation, gonna go against Crease. And it's 15-4, and the rally And the run is certainly coming up strong for the Norwell Knights as they lead it 15-4. Salfrank again across. They got to go back row, and they do. Here's Schambach. That goes beyond the back row. 16-4. And the Knights have just continued to figure out a way to pick apart Blackhawk Christian over and over again. Lopped back by Keller. Gets it down. Finds Sommer. Down low and got it. So that stops the run for the moment. As the swing across again, coming from the hands of Wood. But an 11-point deficit here in the second. Here's Ellie Crease to bring it over. Dug up by Vachon. Brought down by Rossworm. That is out of play. So the swing goes wide to make it 16-6. So again, Norwell, if they can go on a 10-1 run, Blackhawk Christian thinking, hey, why not us? Brought up by Salfrank. Salfrank again, goes to Rossworm. That's down. Brought back, finding Wood. Wood again over, finds Vachon. This one swung high, a one-hander off the hands of Crease, but what a save again from Schambach. Now they go back to the Knights. Salfrank, back row, kept live by Wood. They go back to Crease, lobs it over. Hit down by Lee. Again up front, tip, block, Rossworm. It is on the board for Norwell. My goodness, but what a series of events. And a near diving opportunity for CC Sefton. But it's Norwell on the advantage to make it 17-6. Cadence Kruma with an ace of her own. Fair track, that is the 8th ace tonight for the Knights. And they lead it by 12, their largest lead of the night. Continuing to add on the largest lead. That one sails out of play. So an opportunity for a side-out reset, but again, it's been a slew of dominant components here tonight for Norwell, including Macy Salfrank on the swings, Bria Reinhardt on the serves, and Vachon doing a great job controlling the upper net. Vanessa Rossworm also doing a great job as that sails out of play. 18-8. Knights still with the advantage, but again, Blackhawk Christian continuing just to chip away just a little bit more. Lobbed back to Keller. Keller again over to Vachon. Blocked up, still kept live. Now they go back to Kruma. Or back to Pickett, I beg your pardon. That is answered by Rossworm. Vanessa Rossworm with a commanding swing up front. And down low. Take a look at that again. Powered by Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning. Just gets a commanding swing off the tip. And just like that, the lead back to 11. 19-8. Here's Wood. Across, tipped on the backside. They go to Lee. Lee, swing, tip, got it. And Vanessa Rossworm has just done a great job of forcing some important swings and blocks up front. And sometimes even a little too commanding. Tipped over, they can't get it. A little misconnection off the hands of Jalen Pickett and a number 6 in Ella Crease. 21-8, Norwell just quite simply on a roll. Vachon gets it over, sneak attack tip. Dog rolled by Lee. They go back to Rossworm. In the back by Stanglin. Now another chance. They go to Steffen. Lobbed over, got it. And the freshman answering right back, CC Sefton. Let's make it a 12-point advantage. And Cammie Wood, the outside hitter, to bring it over. Wood, run, jump, serve. And an ace for Wood. And getting a great connection off the deflection. for number 13 in Cammie Wood. Take a look at that again once more. Powered by Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning. She's able to get the deflection in time and force it out of play. This time another chance up front. And another quick swing across from Rossworm. 22-10. And Norwell, again, just continuing to find the angles they've been looking for and continuing to ride the momentum here in this one. This Blackhawk Christian has had some troubles, at least fending off the front line of Kayla Hunter in the night so far. Here's Sefted. Up the middle again to Salfrank. They get this one down to Mitchell. They'll have to get it from the middle row, and they do. Stanglin brings it across. Another chance. Salfrank got it. Macy Salfrank. It's been like this all night long. Just continuous swings up front and pushing it all the way to the back row. 13-point advantage. Make it 14 on the ace. And just like that, you've got a set point opportunity if you are Norwell. And who else but Bria Reinhardt to bring it over. Reinhardt across, up the middle, and out of play. And that is how set number 2 will come to an end.
Set 2 belongs to Norwell, 25-10, and Norwell now leads.
So Norwell leading the match 2 games to none. And rolling over Blackhawk Christian. Can they go for the sweep and get their 3rd sweep of 2025? We'll find out coming up in just a moment. This is high school girls volleyball on SummitCitySports.com.
Here, every athlete is one of one. Every day is an opportunity to improve, to become faster, stronger, healthier. That's our commitment. With elite training and expert care, we transform athletes by pushing through challenges and sharing every victory. PSN, you've got goals. We help you get there. Learn more at psmsports.com.
Let her cook, let me cook. Never gave it, I ain't never gave no. Fell out with them, we ain't never make it up. Back for everything I ever lost, I'm on the mission. We turned the whole house into a booth, we in the kitchen. Let her cook, big low come through frying. Hey, let her cook, okay. Too much cake out bow, oh God. Let her cook, all this sauce.
25-10, 25-18 has been the story here tonight, and the story has been the Norwell Knights continuing to dominate here in this matchup thus far. As you take a look at the conversation with Coach Kayla Hunter, speaking it over with her team, and again, just really commanding the front line has been the story tonight. And with the height up front again from the seniors in Vanessa Rossworm and Macy Salfrank on the big swings up front too, and the serving again of Bria Reinhardt certainly cannot be denied for the Norwell Knights. For Blackhawk Christian, they have to look to maybe kind of reset just a little bit forward. Again, this is a team that has a lot of youth and energy, some great senior leadership in Lily Stanglin and Lily Sommer. But again, too, you look at the dominant forces being the underclassmen, and again, looking to try to recreate the spark of making a deep run and try to make some noise in Class 2 this season. Of course, we'll have to wait and see what that championship factor looks like for years to come, as again, Blackhawk Christian dominant in Class 1, winning in 2022 and going all the way to semi-states back in 2023, but could not get the job done. So we'll look to see what the Braves can continue to do, if they can find a way back to force a 4th, or will Norwell go for their 3rd win and 3rd sweep of 2025? We'll find out. Again, 2 sweeps on the season against 2 FWCS opponents over Northside and Northrop. but losing 3-2 to Heritage on Thursday night. And again, their largest win over any opponent this season was actually in set 2. That's been kind of their sweet spot for the most part, as they took care of Northside in set 2, 25-6 in the season opener last week. Other sets 25-7, 25-8. So if you can get this Norwell team on a run, they can certainly go on those 10-point, 11-point runs that can really shut the door rather quickly. But don't say that to Blackhawk Christian. They can go on some quick runs too, so they've done the same thing in their early season victories. Swung across and on the board again for Anderson, as Izzy Anderson answers first, and Norwell again striking first in set number 3. And the lead of the match, 2-0. Joe Northern, Jake Havland, great to have you with us here on a Monday night. Busy week in store coming up. We'll tell you about what we'll have for you later on this week as time permits. Should we get a break in the action, to let you know about some of the action we'll have for you on Summit City Sports later in the week. And the swing across again for Cammie Wood. Wood, run jump serve, lobbed up from Rossworm. Rossworm up the middle, but into the net it goes, and Blackhawk Christian back with their first lead since midway through the first. Make it another ace on the board. 3-1 advantage of the Braves. And all thanks to number 13 in Cammie Wood. And that is her 4th ace of the night thus far. Here's Wood across. Received by Lee. Rossworm blocked up front, still kept live. Lee again, they go back to Rossworm. Lobbed up by Kinnison. They go back to Wood. Hit high by Stenglin. Hit over on the other side, tipped. Saved by Wood. Back again up front. Finds Sefton. Lobbed down and over. They go over to Rossworm again across. Finds Stenglin. Stenglin again, but out of play. As the swing goes wide and out of play off the hands of CC Sefton. And it's 3-2. Blackhawk with the lead, but Norwell trying to find a way to charge back. And again, the story of where the rally began for the Knights and hasn't looked back begins with number 6 in Bria Reinhardt, leading the commanding serve run in the first that quite simply did not give a chance for Blackhawk to look back or even recoup. And the lead extended, or the lead back to 3-3, and the Knights trying to continue to charge it up on the opposite side. Here's Anderson across. A run up the middle, tipped up. Ducked back again from Autumn Lee. A high swing down and in. As Macy Sulfrink continuing to get the job done on those front line swings. And the attack just continuing to belong to the Knights here this evening. They're looking to take a win back to the Fortress. Or the Castle, we should say. Sefton into the net that goes. 5-3 Knights. And again for Coach Katie Kaufman and company. Again, barring a set comeback, the winning streak will stop at 3. But you'll have an opportunity to reset later in the week. An opportunity tomorrow against Southside. Swung wide by Sefton and out of play. Taking a look at the upcoming schedules for both of these teams, as they'll take on Southside and Canterbury on Tuesday and Thursday respectively, before welcoming Woodland and New Haven on the 2nd and on the 4th. Great tip across now coming in from Jalen Pickett. Cut the lead down to 2. Meanwhile, if you're Norwell, you also have a date with Woodland coming up on Thursday night over in Woodburn. And then head to Lakeland for a classic, and then welcome Southern Wells, Wayne, and then South Adams all coming up on the 4th. So a busy week coming up. A busy week and a half, we should say, for Norwell. And we'll learn definitely a little bit more about them as the games progress, and more about all these teams as the games progress this season. Blackhawk Christian doing a great job here in the 3rd, getting a good rally back up front. The deflection off the hands of Sefton and a great dive again from the libero and number 5 in Autumn Lee to extend the lead back to 2, 7-5 in the 3rd. So Blackhawk Christian again continuing to find a way to get back into this one, but again a little bit of trouble on the net front. It's been kind of a Achilles heel, if you will, this evening. Quad hit going to be called against Crease. Chance again for Lee. Sails out of play. Blackhawk Christian back at it. 8-6 our score. Here in set number 3, substitutions coming in and out. Carly Kinnison is out. Kaylee Schambach returning for Blackhawk Christian. And Sefton again with a booming serve and an ace. The freshman again continuing to make some noise for this Braves team. We'll show you that ace coming up after this play. Actually, we'll show you both. Just like that, the freshman in Sefton getting back-to-back aces. We take a look at the first one. Again, you see her chasing for it as she gets a side out in the interim, but taking a look again, trying to pick the battle with Autumn Lee and winning the battle on that one. But the side out will end the rally for just a moment. 9-8 our score. It is Norwell continuing to command the lead. But Blackhawk Christian charging back here in set number 3, trying to force an all-important 4th. Schambach, that's blocked again, this time from Swineford. And the Knights now within 15 of getting sweep number 3 of the season. This is always about that same point. We've seen them try to go on some quick rallies and runs up forward. And another block again from Swineford. So is this the rally that could at least shut it down for Blackhawk Christian? And for Norwell to go 3-0 in 3-set games. That swung, tipped down, got it. And Macy Salfrank on the force. Let's go ahead and take a look back at that replay again once more from the block as a timeout called by Blackhawk Christian. And the great attack up front that we started to see number 16 in the junior, Isabel Swineford, continuing to make some noise. But now it is Norwell 12-8 here in set number 3, up 2 games to none. Well, as a reminder, it is Friday night. It's a great night for football no matter where you are in the 260, as we have 7 games in action for you on Friday night. Be led off by Snyder in East Noble. It'll be a 7 o'clock start time. We'll have other games as well. Huntington North and a new-look Northrop team. Also on the docket, New Haven taking on Northside at Chambers Field. We'll also have Angola at Leo, Central Noble taking on Woodland, Eastbrook at Concordia, and St. Joe taking on Southside. And we'll also have a bonus Saturday night game for you as Bishop Lurs will travel to Andrean. That's our Friday night football slate for you right here on SummitCitySports.com. Get a successful week 1 across the board. Leo again winning the rematch over Lurs. And a great match off and a great win for Blackhawk Christian, getting the revenge win over Fremont on Friday night as well on the boys' side. How can volleyball find a way to get a comeback going here? This one sails out of play. Schambach could not get it. And Norwell now back on a 5-0 run. They go to Pashan. This one sails out of play. We play on. 13-9 advantage of the Knights. They lead it 2-0. Don't forget, soccer is live right now on SummitCitySports.com as we have multiple games on the docket for you. Lob down to Bashan. Block, tip, down low. Still kept live. Cruz did a great job on the block tip up front. Gets it to go for a second time. How about a third? That is a little collision up front. Can't get it. So the front line play for the Knights has been something that has not been the strongest for them tonight thus far. But again, you know, the hustle and rally that we've seen from Blackhawk Christian this evening is certainly something to be noteworthy for. Deflected tip off the hands of Grease, back up to 6. 15-9 advantage of Norwell. And only 10 to go. Forced another third sweep. Make it 9. Saul Frank gets the ace again on the board. And the route is on here at Blackhawk Christian. Saul Frank again gets this over. Brought down by Schambach. High tip off the hands of Ashan. Great back row save in the meantime from Stanglin. But not enough into the net. And an 8-0 run, actually a 9-0 run. Or 9-1 run, we should say, for the Knights. Make it 9-2. But it's been the long mid-set strains of scoring that have just continued to go back and forth we go. And that has been the difference here tonight. Here's the swing across again for Crease. Floats out of play. 18-10 advantage of the Knights. Only 7 away from shutting this one down in convincing fashion. And again, going up to 3-1 of the season. Of course, we'll see them take on some other key powers coming up. That Woodland game on Tuesday night will be awfully interesting to see. So we get another ace on the board. But the aces have been plentiful here tonight. Lobbed over by Kruma. Sneak attack set back by Sommer. Now another swing for Rossworm. Back row they go. They go to Wood. Wood in the middle. Gets it back to Vashon. Swung up, tipped by Rossworm. Tipped up front now by Schambach. Down and in. Cammie Wood winning on the rally. And it's 19-11 an advantage of Norwell. But Blackhawk Christian, again, when you get them going in kind of the longer rallies, they always seem to kind of find a way to get that point on the board. Or quick aces just like that, too. As Gailey Schambach answers the call on the ace. And the lead back down to 7. Take a look at that again, powered by Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning. Lob over, blocked again. Jalen Pickett up front. And now the Braves trying to get something cooking here in the third. They try to battle back to force a fourth. Swung across. They go back to Vashon. Here's Rossworm. Deflected off the hands of Wood. So again, Rossworm doing a great job on the deflections here tonight. Continuing the run as they lead it by 7. As you can hear the Norwell faithful starting to stomp to our right. And you can hear the Blackhawk student section trying to throw off Emma Vashon. Rossworm, back row, yes. Rossworm forcing the handoff deflection against Lily Stenglund, and another timeout called by Blackhawks. So that'll be their second, 21-13. Again, as a reminder, volleyball, 2 matches coming up for you later this week here on Summit City Sports, as we will head to Snyder tomorrow night to get our first look at the Panthers in 2025, as Angola comes to town to take on the Panthers. It's slated for about a 6:30 start time. JV beginning at 5:30. We'll go on the air for varsity shortly thereafter. And then on Thursday night, we'll be back down in Decatur with two of the hottest teams right now in Adams County, as Belmont will be taking on South Adams. Should be a fun one. Jake Havlin will join you for the call for that one. Coming up on Thursday. And, of course, a slew of Friday Night Football and a bonus Saturday game for you, too, on Friday. So, either way, you win on Summit City Sports. Sean gets this over. And an ace. A reception coming off the hands of Kinnison, but didn't have the angle she was looking for to make it 22-13 here in the third. Got another dig up on the inside. This one taken back. Lopped up by Wood. Still kept live. They go back to Mitchell. Swung over. Goes back to Stangland. Finds Sefton. And inside and in. Little net violation going to go against the Knights. And the lead now down to 8. Here in set number 3. The Knights just need 3 more to call it a night. And the great swing across from Mitchell down the middle is only going to help in that matter. Again, multiple nominees for your PSM player of the game. You could choose Rossworm with a great upfront attacks. You could also choose Macy Salfrank again, being an all-purpose player with the commanding swings up front. You could also choose Bria Reinhardt for just continuing to rattle off the serves and aces tonight, too. Brought up again by Reinhardt. Ducked back by Rossworm. They go back to Sefton. Sefton lobs this one out of play, and it's match point at advantage of Norwell. And Reinhardt with an opportunity to finish it off here. Reinhardt across. Duck up to Pickett. They find Sefton. Into the net that goes, so not, and that is how it'll come to an end. So Blackhawk Christian will run it into the net, and that is how the match will come to an end as Norwell sweeps it in a win 3-0 as they win it 25-16, 25-18, 25-10, 25-14. And our Parkview Sports Medicine player of the game, got to give it to 2 people in my eyes. Macy Salfrank for the commanding swings, Bria Reinhardt on the serves. Tomorrow night we join you from Snyder as Angola comes to town to take on the Panthers. For Jacob Havlin, Joe Northern saying so long. Soccer live right now on the network. As currently in action, you have Northside and Northrop, the Calvin Bishop Dwinger. Enjoy the rest of your Monday night. So long from Blackhawk Christian.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
The athletes has always been here, and they're getting better. I'm watching, Summit City Sports, man, they're doing an awesome job. And, that's a plug. Them dudes are doing an outstanding job. And I'm able to be in Nashville and watch games on YouTube that they're broadcasting, and I'm seeing the talent. And it is just truly outstanding. And, you guys have seen the talent that's in the NFL now from Fort Wayne, Indiana, the talent that's coming up now.